Alright, what's going on, people? Ring Roadmap here, and today we're going to talk about Alex Santiago versus Donaire. There's a fight on July 15th. This is going to be my prediction on it, and let's get right into it. So the first one that we'll see with Santiago is going to be how he likes to lead a lot with his left hook, alright? Obviously, he's a short and stocky fighter, and he likes to lead with his left hook so that he can get an advantage against the taller guys, alright? And he can cut the distance quicker, because if you try to lead with a jab against a longer fighter, it won't really work. You have to leap in with your left hook. So as you can see, he's going to slip inside, throw the hook to the body of Nieves, I think that's his name. And then here again, same thing. He's gonna lead with the left hook to the body, and then he almost got caught right there with the left hook or with the check hook of Nieves, but he did a pretty good job of blocking or of keeping that right glove up. So the next one we're gonna see is going to be the in-slip counters. He likes to slip inside a lot here with his or he likes to slip inside on his front foot, and then he's gonna counter with the same hand. He's gonna counter with the left hand. So for this one, it's gonna be a left uppercut to the body. Let's see another one. Left hook to the body, right there. Just gonna slip inside once again, bam. Left hook to the body once again, and then here's gonna slip, and then throw an up jab right there. Now the reason why this won't work against Donaire is because if you try to lead with a left hook with Donaire, you're pretty much hooking with a hooker, which is one of the biggest rules against, guys who have great hooks. You should not hook with hookers, and you should do your best to avoid it. And for the inside slip counters, I think this is going to be a pretty predictable pattern for Donaire. It's nothing like he's never seen before, or it's not something that he's never seen before. That's what I'm trying to say here. The style of Santiago is not something that Donaire has never seen before. He knows exactly how to handle these opponents. Yes, he does have pretty good head movement, but I think Nonito will catch him on the slip, which is what we're going to talk about later on. So the next thing we'll see here is going to be the body right hand of, or the body, or how he gets caught right here with the right hand to the body, and how that causes him to get bladed. So as you can see, he's going to get into a bladed stance once his opponent throws the right hand to his body. And on the bladed stance, he's a really weak guy. He doesn't really throw well. He doesn't really throw his punches well from the bladed stance. He's pretty vulnerable on that position. So in my opinion, if Donaire can pull or can use his right hand to his advantage, if he can throw that right hand to the body of Santiago and cause him to be bladed, it's going to be definitely, or it's going to be an effective tool for Donaire. So as you can see, he's going to throw that right hand to the body once again, to the left side of the body, and then that forces Santiago right there to pull back and then reset right there. Alright, next up here, we're going to talk about how he gets into a narrow stance whenever he bounces around, and how he gets caught when he does that. So as you can see here, he's going to throw his 2-3. 2-3 is going to get to that narrow stance, and then bam, he gets timed right there with the jab as he narrows the stance. And that's a really weak position for him once again. So there are two positions where Santiago is weak at and where he can get caught. Number one, when he narrows his stance, and number two, when he gets bladed. So if Donaire can, or if Donaire can do something to put him in those positions, to put Santiago in those positions, then he's going to be really effective for this fight, and I think he's going to catch Santiago with a lot of shots. I'm really not sure how you pronounce that shit. Do you pronounce it as Santiago, or do you pronounce it as Santiago? Because people in the West, they pronounce it as Santiago, so I'm kind of confused with the pronunciation of his name. But here in the Philippines, we pronounce it Santiago, It's kind of hard with T. So it's here. So right here is going to be, let's see what this is. Again, he's going to narrow his stance, and then he's going to get caught right there as he moves to the ropes. Bam, right there with a soft jab for Nieves, okay? So the next thing we're going to see is how he uses, or how Nieves used the trajectory, I don't know how to fucking pronounce that, I'm sorry guys. So how he uses the trajectory of the jab in order to catch Santiago as he slips on the inside. So as you can see, instead of shooting the jab straight, which Nieves already knows that Santiago is going to be able to slip that, he'll actually throw his jab more on his right side, right there, because he knows that that's where Nieves' head is going to be, or that's where Santiago's head is going to be. And so it's going to be the same thing here. Santiago will try to slip inside, and what Nieves will do to react to that is he's gonna throw his jab more diagonal right there, so we can catch the head of Santiago even after Santiago already slipped, and even after Santiago already got out of the center. So another weapon I think that Donaire can use here is definitely the jab. He can use the jab right here to take advantage of the head movement pattern of Santiago, and he can catch him with a lot of jabs, set up his power shots later on. Anyway, my prediction on this pretty short video, pretty short pre-fight analysis. I got Donaire winning via TKO. I think this is gonna be an easy fight. I hope he goes in at the right condition. I hope his age doesn't affect him as much. Otherwise, I really see this as an easy fight for Donaire. This is nothing that he's never seen before, alright? The bouncy style, this wild style, it's not anything that he's never seen before. I think he's going to be able to handle this, and it's going to win via TKO on July 15th. So that was it. I'll see you guys soon. Join my Patreon if you want to, and subscribe if you're new. Alright? Peace out.